Hello everyone, welcome to AV Atmos. Let's do a comparison between the new Tanchjim Hana, the new Fiio FD1, the new Blon BL-05. What you can expect when you're getting any of these three IEMs. The first thing you will be looking at is the packaging experience. The win really goes to both the Fiio and the Tanchjim, and I'm also the Fiio because at $80 on AliExpress and around $60 on Amazon, the thing you get in the packaging is fantastic, to be honest, because you're getting 7 pair of tips, while in the Tanchjim you're getting six. Pretty much labeled what they all do, because one set is for bass, one set is for balance signature. The same goes with the Fiio, but the only difference is that the Fiio is coming with an extra foam tip and with a pretty decent cable. As for cable, I would say that win goes to Tanchjim Hana, because the cable on the Tanchjim is a lot better than both IEMs. As for the Blons, I really can rank the Blons as anything great, because everyone that has bought the Blon know that Blon does not put good cables with the IEMs. The cables are trash, absolute junk. Just throw it into the trash bin and you'll be good. You'll be better off without their crappy cable. As for beauty and look, I would probably give that to the Tanchjim Hana by far. It looks incredible, gorgeous. In fact, if you just want to buy this for anybody, both male and female, the Tanchjim Hana wins any day, anytime. It's pretty much it's not even a comparable thing. Then as for the Blon and the Fiio, the Fiio wins out the Blon by far. The Blon BL-05 looks incredibly ugly, and really there's nothing I can redeem about its look. Then we now move on to the main important thing. But before we talk about the sound, let's talk about quality control. Quality to control will depend on many key factors: how well the drivers are braced, made inside the shell, how well the company takes their product seriously. Because it's one thing to make a flashy product, and it's one thing to actually support the product. Most of these brands don't actually support their products, they just manufacture the product and that is it. So it is a problem when it's a problem when you have people that do not support their product very well. So I really can't say which one is the best, but I am confident in this that the Tanchjim and Fiio would outlast the Blon. The reason why I say so is that these two brands, I haven't really seen any problem, or how will I put it, quality control complaint by many users of these two companies IEMs. Many people complain of other IEMs, but not Fiio and Tanchjim. So I really would say they would outlast the Blon easily. Now we'll go into the main important thing, which is the sound quality. As for the sound quality, I'm going to talk about different real world use case scenario that these IEMs should perform well, and what I feel you should be looking at. Now, as for music, I would probably say the Tanchjim Hana would probably be the best for music. The reason why I'm saying this is the fact that if you are looking for something that has very detailed mids, it has it. The only thing with the Hana is that it has a bit of a spike in the 2K area, which is the upper mids. So it looks that in the graph, but it's not going to be like that when you listen to it, because the sound is a little bit warm, so you're not going to get something that is too bright. The graph may say it's a little bit shouting in the mids, but it's not actually shouting in the mids, whereas the FD1 has a bit of a boost in the upper mids to treble, so it gives you a lot of shimmer and sparkle in that region, um, while dipping a bit in the lower mids, especially for the FD1. The FD1 dips a bit in the lower mids, so you're not going to get the best vocal reproduction that you can for music with the FD1 compared to the Hana. As for the Blon has a very, very peaky mids and highs for music. You can correct that by getting foam tips or dampening silicone tips. But the issue I have with tip swapping generally is that if I'm going to pay money for IEMs, I expect the IEM to come with reasonable amount of tips that I can have options to select from, because if I have to go out there to start hunting for new tips, new cable, it really defeats the purpose of even having a package or a full box for that IEM. So the blondes have a shouty mate and has a very, I would like to put it, upper treble. Basically, it's kind of like boosted there, and a lot of people dislike that, I included. I dislike shouty mids and shouty highs. The Blon BL-05 has that. Now, as for bass, for music bass, I would probably say the FD1 would be a little bit, I won't say better than the Tanchjim, but it will be a little bit better because of it's boosted, especially if you see the graph of the FD1. The bass is a little bit on the boosted side, so it should give you a lot more kick when the song requires it. The Tanchjim Hana has a very balanced bass. It would probably be the same with the Moondrop Starfield, that wasn't really a bassy IEM but had a very detailed mids to treble, while still maintaining a very dynamic and impactful bass. So that's pretty much what you're going to get for music, especially if you're out there looking for what you can use for your music. I'll probably say get the Tanchjim Hana for music. Now, for the most important one that you guys should look at is for movies. If you're looking for movies, I'll probably give it to the Tanchjim Hana, because it is more mid-centric. And for your movies, you need that mid to hear vocals very well, and you need it to be detailed. The FD1 is a V-shaped signature, meaning that the mids are a bit recessed. It's not too recessed, but it is a little bit recessed. But the FD1 is very good in terms of treble for movies, so you will get a wider sound stage because of that treble, so it gives you a little bit of air for movies. So you're gonna get a very good sound stage for movies, especially if you are using it in that regard. As for bass, I would say they're tied. The FD1 and the Tanchjim Hana are tied, while the Blon BL-05 is the last one. The BL-05 lacks in bass. It doesn't have good bass for movies. It doesn't have the sound stage or the imaging to compete with the FD1 and Tanchjim for movies in the real world scenario. You In real world scenario, the Tanchjim Hana is better for movies because it has a very coherent mix to its treble. It's a little bit the graph may show that it's peaky in the 2 to 4K region, but it's not really like that. It helps out in the upper mids for vocals. It's not peaky because it's a dynamic driver. Maybe if it was a balanced armature, maybe a lot of people may not like that 2 to 4K spike. So I'll probably give movies to both the FD1 and the Tanchjim Hana. So if you want something for your movies and just movies, basically, you should get those two because their imaging and bass are fantastic for movies. In terms of gaming, which is more or less similar to movies because they are pretty much the same thing. Gaming, I would probably give it to the FD1 because it has a larger sound stage because of the treble. But if you need something more relaxed, more smooth, with a very good response, for coherency, especially if you need something that is coherent from the vocals to the treble to the bass, you'll probably be looking at the Tanchjim Hana. The Blon BL-05 I'm not going to recommend because it has a very incoherent sound generally. The mids are very shouty except you start getting a lot of tips to swap and see what teams down that upper mids. The treble is a bit sibilant, especially if you are someone that does not like sibilance. The BL-05 is a bit sibilant, and the BL-05 does not look like something that will outlast these other two in terms of quality control. So for gaming, I'll probably say get the FD1. For movies, get the Tanchjim Hana. For music, get the Tanchjim Hana. And the winner of the whole triple threat will probably go to the Hana. It's $150 to $160 depending on the seller you're buying it from. I'll leave links in the description so you pick it up from any store that you like. Be sure to follow us on social media, subscribe to our channel, like our content, and I'll see you guys next time.